Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and if it's your first time watching me, hi, I'm Gigi. So the other day I was sitting, with some people, and we were having a discussion, a conversation, and we were talking about, me being trans, like my transness and stuff. Like they gave me the idea to film this video where I'm gonna be listing 10 things not to ask or say to a trans individual, specifically a trans woman, just because I come from that experience. Some things might apply, of course, to trans men, but I'm gonna be focusing on the trans female experience. So if you want to know what those things are, keep on watching. But before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and turn your post notifications on so that you can get notified for every time I upload a new video. And also don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up and follow me on all my social media platforms. I'm only on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, and they're all glammed by Gigi. So I'm just gonna pull up my phone because I wrote everything on my notes, just because I forget literally everything, so I have everything on my notes here. So the first thing that I get asked, and this question really annoys me. It doesn't really annoy me, but the way people ask it is what annoys me, and it is, when did you decide to become transgender? First of all, being transgender is not a choice. It's not something you decide. You don't wake up one day, and tell yourself like, hey, I'm gonna be a woman now. Nah, it's not that. Being trans is something deep rooted in you, and it's something that you don't have control over. You cannot choose to be trans. Just like you cannot choose to be gay or straight in that matter. So this question, the way people ask it is kind of annoying. If you want to ask that question, you can ask when did you decide to start your transition, because that's something you can decide. But being trans is not something you can decide. Another question that I get, and that I don't get it anymore now, but when I first started my transition, I used to get it, and it was super annoying. It was when people asked me hey, are you a drag queen? Let me clear this up. Being transgender, and being a drag performer are two different things. I'm gonna get into trans women and drag queens in specific. Trans women, being trans, is an identification. It's something that you feel inside. It's something that you cannot really control, as I said. And being a drag queen is the complete opposite. Being drag queen is basically just putting on, most drag queens are cis gay men, and they put on the crazy wigs and crazy makeup and crazy outfits just for show, just for entertainment. While trans women, that's how they live. We live our lives 365 days of the year as a woman. It's not like a costume. A drag queen basically is a persona. It's a costume that you put on, and that you entertain a crowd of people or whatever it is. The drag persona is usually very exaggerated. So what's exaggerated about this, honey? And another question that trans women get is when someone asks are you sure you're not just gay? And as in a gay boy who's feminine. That's super annoying. Don't ask I'm not, I wish I was gay. I'm not. I don't even identify as a boy. I identify as a woman. Is that too hard for you to understand? And another question kind of related to this is when people ask would you go back to being a boy? Whenever someone asks me that, I flip it and ask them, do you really want me to go back to being depressed and suicidal? And their answer is always no, but I'm hey, you got your answer, that's it. Why would I even go back to that? You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna go back to being a boy. Not anytime soon, I guess. And another thing that we get sometimes is when we tell someone that we're trans, and they automatically say oh, I can tell that you used to be a boy. The fuck, why would you even say that? This is plain as rude. Even if you're 1000% sure that I was a boy at one point in my life, or presented as one, why would you even say that? Like, this is really rude. Like, don't say it. And the question that is, you know, I think the most annoying on my list and the most inappropriate to ask is when someone asks about, you know, what I have down there. Like, when I tell them I'm trans, they're like, oh, so do you have a dick? What I have down there is none of your business. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't concern you if I have a vagina, if I have a penis. Is there anything else? No, but it doesn't concern you. And do you see me out here going around and asking like cis straight people or whatever, what do they have down there? Like, no. So why are you coming and asking me? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, what you have down there doesn't define you. It doesn't define your gender. So not all men have penises and not all women have vaginas. Like, you know, that's on period. So another thing that is kind of controversial is when people ask about pronouns, and like when they ask, you know, when you tell someone you're trans and they ask you like, oh, so do you want to be referred as he, she, they, you know, they're at that point they're lost, they don't know how to refer to you. But like, if you see someone presenting as female in front of you, like, you should automatically, you know, refer to them as a female, or the opposite. If someone is presenting as male, you should be referring to them as male. But I get it, sometimes it's out of respect. You know what I don't like is when someone knows that you're trans and knows that you're, you know, you want to be referred as certain with a certain pronoun, and they keep on referring to you, you know, with the opposite pronoun that you don't want to be referred at. This is annoying to me. Like, some people do it on purpose, like in malicious ways, and that's what I don't, you know, that's what I don't fuck with. Like, is it that hard to just, like, you know, respect people out there? Is it that hard for some people? I don't know. Like, y'all should, you know, y'all should learn how to respect. Another question that we get sometimes is when people ask, which bathroom do we go to? Why would you even ask that? Like, if I look, like, let me ask you, like, if you see me walking into the men's restroom knowing that I was a man before, would you accept me there? like honestly, like, would you accept, you know, me looking like a woman and presenting as a woman going into the men's restroom? Like, the fuck? Like, why is that even a question? Like, why is that even up for debate? Like, cut it off. So this one's funny. I hate it when people ask me like, what do you do in bed? I'm like, just like you, like, I just sleep. Like, why are you even asking me that? And the last thing that I have on my list is when someone asks if they can feel your boobs. Or what I hate the most is when they don't even ask, like, they just go for it and grab it. Like, this is sexual harassment, boo. Like, you're not entitled to touch me, you're not entitled to feel me. I don't care who you are, if you're not my, you know, my partner, or when they, you know, grab you down there. Like, what the actual fuck? Like, people are crazy. You shouldn't be, you know, you shouldn't be touching anyone, period, trans or not. And like, this is sexual harassment. Like what the fuck? So guys, this was everything on my list. I'm trying to like wrap this up like quickly because my camera is literally like the battery is like red, like it's, you know, it's gonna die anytime now. So I'm trying to wrap up this quickly, and I'm so nervous. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was beneficial and educational in a way. Like, we demand respect. We're human beings at the end of the day, and have, you know, us having different experiences than you doesn't make us any less or more human. So we just want respect from you, and this list was, you know, kind of educational, trying to, you know, spread awareness on how to communicate with trans individuals, specifically trans women, because that's the experience I come from. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Bye.